Welcome my dear students. In this video, we will discuss about some elementary properties of bounded functions. So we have already defined bounded functions are functions whose range set is bounded. So in general, the properties which is satisfied by bounded sets does not need not satisfied by the bounded functions. One such property is the ordering. We have already proved that if A and B are two sets with small letter a less than or equal to small letter b for every A element of A and B element of B, then supremum capital A is less than or equal to infimum capital B. But a similar property need not be true in the case of functions. So if f and g are two functions which is defined on some set capital D with the property that f of x less than or equal to g of x for every x element of D, then there need not exist an ordering relation for supremum f of t and infimum g of t. In general, supremum f of d need not be equal to infimum g of t. For that, we consider an example. Let f be a function which is defined by x square, g be a function which is defined as x. Both of them are defined on the interval, closed interval 0, 1. We already know that for every element in between 0 and 1, squaring reduces the quantity. So, x square should always be less than or equal to x for every x element of closed interval 0 and 1. Thus, f of x should be less than or equal to g of x. So, this condition is satisfied. Now, the function f of x, which is defined as x square, is defined on closed interval 0, 1, whose range is also closed interval 0, 1. So the f of d should be equal to closed interval 0, 1 and its supremum should be 1. Similarly, for g of x, which is defined as x, defined on closed interval 0, 1, its range set should be closed interval 0, 1 itself, and its infimum should be equal to 0. Here supremum is 1 and infimum is 0. So we cannot say that supremum is less than or equal to infimum as in the case of sets. Here 1 cannot be less than 0. So we cannot say that f of x less than or equal to g of x for every x does imply supremum f of t less than or equal to infimum g of t. This is an example which contradicts that argument. So now we move on to the condition with which this is satisfied. What is the condition for which supremum f of d should be less than or equal to infimum g of t holds? The difference is if f of x should be less than or equal to g of y for every x comma y element of t, which means that for every x element of t, the value of f of x is less than every values in the range of g. So every value in the range of f should be less than every value in the range of g. This is what the difference. But in this case, the value at x of f and g related by the ordering relation. So for x is equal to 1, f of 1 should be equal to g of less than or equal to g of 1, and f of 2 should be less than or equal to g of 2. But we cannot say that f of 1 is less than or equal to g of 2, which is not the condition. But in this here, that is true also, since x and y need not be the same variable. So what this implies that every element in the range set of G is greater than every element in the range set of F. So which is essentially same as the conditions which we have defined in the case of set. If we define capital A as the range of F and capital B as the range of G, then f of x should be an arbitrary element of capital A. We denote it as small a. And g of y should be an arbitrary element of capital B. We denote it as small b. So a less than or equal to b. When a less than or equal to b, we have already proved that supremum of capital A is less than or equal to infimum of capital B. In here, f of a or capital A is f of d. So supremum of capital A means supremum of f of d. And b is g of y or g of d. Infimum of capital B means infimum of g of d. So in this case, supremum f of x should be less than or equal to infimum g of y holds. So what is the difference between this and the above case? The difference is that here you are comparing the whole range set with the whole range set of f with the whole range set of g. Here you are not doing that. You are comparing a particular value of f with a particular value of g. So in that case, the result need not hold, but f of x less than or equal to g of y for every x comma y implies supremum and infimum are related by this relation. I hope you understood.